Well, hello and welcome everyone to the Crazy Cash Club update webinar for this week. My name is Roger McIntyre. My business partner and best friend is Martin Morris. We'll be doing some presentation for you here. Wow, I see the room is filling up really nicely, rather fast. It's a good thing to get here early if you can, as we got a lot of special information about what we're doing here, and we're going to show you a little something today that you're going to absolutely flip out. So without any further delay, I'm going to go ahead and hand it over to Martin. Martin.
All right. Thank you, Roger. I appreciate that. And thank you all for coming. And thank you for remembering it was 2 hours early this time. I know there's a lot of people that didn't show up for that reason, so we'll probably get emails from them. But you all remember, thank you for coming. I'm glad for the turnout. It's like we haven't lost anybody. So you guys were really paying attention. I don't blame you, because what's about to happen is really amazing. I've had the privilege to get to talk to a lot of you personally too, got your input and what you thought about it, and there was not one person that didn't get excited. Matter of fact, most people I talked to said, I can't sleep tonight. I'm not going to be able to go to sleep because it is that exciting. And I'm going to give you all the details that I can up to this point. And you're going to be able to, if you really pay attention, and pay real good attention to this here, you're going to see why this is different than anything we've done before as a team and anything that you have done before. There might be similarities, but timing and positioning are paramount, okay, on something like this. And you got the timing down. You're here right now. There's going to be people that are going to wish they were you, 2 years from now, or even a year from now, or even maybe even 6 months from now. They say, man, if only I found out about this when it started. And actually, you're here before it starts. So when does it start? Okay, so the date's still approximate. It's approximately 2 weeks, so around the 24th of February, we're going to be entering into the 30-day build. That is the official pre-launch. So the 30-day build is a pre-launch. And when that happens, we're going to, for 30 days, people are going to be able to flood into the system, and it's going to be crazy because there are so many leaders in this program. There's leaders with teams and stuff. I met some of them, so I'm really excited about this one because I actually got to meet them and everything. And I want to show you where our team is relation to this here, okay? And what the way it's going to make more money. Like you always hear about spillover, right? And a lot of people don't get spillover. But the way this is going to be structured, or the way it is structured, the way it's been worked right now, there's going to be more people that will see spillover than ever before in any other program. Don't rely on spillover. That's what I'm saying. Don't rely on it. Get people in, because it just helps everybody else. There's no bonuses for sponsoring people. If you bring someone in, there's no bonuses except for the fact it fills your downline faster, and you're going to get the money faster, and you don't need a lot of people for this, okay? So there's a couple things you're going to want to be doing right now. You want to, one, be contacting people. I've been seeing it on the internet now. I've been seeing it everywhere, not just us, but some of the other team leaders. I've been seeing their posts and stuff on Facebook, and a lot of people are saying, hey, there's something, this team build is coming up. It's a global world team build, and if you want to be part of it, ask me for information. They're adding people to their list. So I know some of these people have way more than what they need for a full matrix already, okay? And I'm going to show that to you, because today I'm going to be able to show you the PowerPoint presentation. It's not really a presentation, but it's going to show you the actual structures and everything, okay? And of course, you already know how much it costs the other, but that's the second point. Start saving up that money so that at the end of the 30-day build, you'll be able to pay and be activated. Because at the end of the pre-launch, at the end of that 30-day pre-launch, what's going to happen is everyone's going to have 48 hours to pay. If they don't pay, their position will be deleted, and it'll be compressed up right there. Boom. People are going to move into that position, and you'll never see that position again. And being this close at the top, you don't want to lose your position. So you want to start, if you need to save up the money, start saving up. If you have your credit card ready, get ready for that. It's going to be totally amazing. I'm going to give you some information here, and we're going to just jump right into it. So that's one thing that's very important, is that you are here before the official pre-launch. And during the pre-launch, what people are going to be able to see in their back office, they're going to see the money-making potential, because as people come in, they're going to see how much money they can make with this program. So some of you may log back there and you'll say, wow, I already made several $100s. I made several thousand. I made tens of thousands. And if it grows really good like we're hoping for, we're going to see people saying, hey, look at this here. I'm already made 6 figures. And that's before you even pay a dime. So this is really going to be exciting. It's going to build really, really fast, because once we move, it's going to move. So you're going to have to be ready for it. And no matter what, there's no excuses for this. Like if you can't make it on your computer at a certain time within that 48 hours on pay time, you're going to lose. So you have to plan for it. This is too important. You've never had a chance to make this much money really fast, especially this fast. And so you want to make sure that on that 48-hour period after the 30-day launch, which will start approximately around the 24th of February. So we'll go from February into March, near the end of March, then people will start paying at that point. And then when that happens, what you're going to do is you're going to have 48 hours to pay. If you don't do it, you're out. I'm sorry. If you have to go out of town, you got to do something. Make your arrangement with someone that you trust that can do it for you. Get someone to do it for you, because the company, they're not going to be able to sit there and do that for people. You're going to have to make your own arrangements, but you don't want to miss it, because you're going to lose all that money, okay? And I'm going to show you this to you here, and it should blow you away. I've been looking at some of the products. We won't go into the products today, but the products I think are pretty amazing. I think you're going to like that too. And the way this is structured, that once you make your payment, you don't have to worry about another payment. You don't have to worry about losing your place or anything, because any future payments come from your commissions, and you cannot be skipped over. How many times have you been into a program, you say, wow, I'm going to pay, I'm going to get in there, you're at this position, but they allow people to skip over by making a payment. They say, well, I'm going to go to the higher position and get the higher products, and they pay that, and they paw vault around you. So when you get up to there, what happens? You're underneath them. And we've all experienced that in some of our other programs, right, that we joined, where now you say, well, I had $50 to get into this business one. I have to do $100 for this one, maybe $300 for this one, $500, $1,500, whatever. But so you pay your $50 and you got there first, and people are filling your $50, but then someone jumps above you and they go boom, boom, and they get into that next one where they normally would be underneath you, but they had more money, or they had a bigger or a credit card with more credit on it than you did, and they got ahead of you, so they reaped the benefits. And this one, they can't do it. And especially right here where we're at right now, there's not too many people that can leap ahead anyway, right? Because you're going to be at the very top. So I'm going to show this to you. I'm going to show you where Roger and I are in relation to the company, and so you know where we are for our group, right? What's going to happen, though, there's other team leaders being placed in there too. People are getting, these team leaders are coming in. A team leader normally has a big group. They have to be able to, for sure, bring two people in who can bring 2 people in. If they can't meet their quota and do what they're supposed to do, this is just right now for the team leaders, they'll be removed as a team leader, okay? Because what's going to happen is once we start letting everybody, you start coming in, it's going to fill up evenly. We're not going to have a hole here, because this person can't sponsor, this one can't. It's all going to be there. So when it's time for you to go, when I tell you, hey, here's your URL, what's going to happen is you're going to want to sign up immediately. If your sponsor gets in before you and gives you their URL, sign up underneath them immediately, okay? Because the people that are in there right now, they're going to be giving out their URLs when it comes time for the 30 days. You want to get locked in first. Then when our teams like that, all the other teams have to come underneath us at that point. So you have to get in there right away. If you snooze, you lose, okay? So when it comes time in the 2 weeks, when it comes time for you to join, this is the free portion. We sign up for free, and you see how much money you're making and all that. Just do it ASAP. You guys are here right now. I don't really have to worry about you because you're right here. You're listening. This is important to you. You want to make a lot of money. I can definitely see people maybe in the first week making about $30,000 in the first week and making the full $133,000 within the first 6 months. So when we start this, wouldn't it be nice in March when we all make our payments and you made at least $30,000? Wouldn't that get you a good kickstart, and knowing that now you get this, even if it takes a full 6 months to get the other 100,000, that's something to look forward to. So I know a lot of people this year are going to make their 6 figures. And what's good about it, there is a second time you pay. I have to admit that. There is a second time you pay where you have to pay $100 a second time. And when is that? That's after you made your $133,000. Once you make that, then you have to pay $100. Okay? So I don't think that's going to bother you at that point. So anyway, let me go ahead. I'm going to show you the PowerPoint here. We're going to start. It's broken into 2 phases. We got phase 1, phase 2, and then there's also a page chart to show it, to kind of break it down a little bit easier number-wise. I'm going to show you the structures so you kind of get your head around it, okay? And then look at it here, and then you can think about it. And but the main thing is, you know, you're here at the beginning. I mean, we haven't even gone to the pre-launch. You can't get any closer than that. You can't get in a program any sooner than that. Any program you've seen that's successful, where there's people making 6 figures, 7 figures, and all that wonderful type of money, what they all have in common, most of them, is that they were there at the very beginning. Yeah, if it's a good program, even a year from now, 2 years from now, guess what happens? You know, you can still make that money, but not as fast as you can if you came in before the pre-launch. Most people come in during the pre-launch, they can do really great. But to get here before the pre-launch, to get ready for it, so you know exactly what to do, so you can get yourself locked in really fast. That's you know, you can't beat that. I mean, I wouldn't sell that for anything. If someone came up to you and say, look, let me have your position, I'll give you $2,000, then you can just laugh at them. He said, oh, no way. There's no way I would sell this for $2,000. All right, so let me go ahead and bring up the PowerPoint, and we're going to show you all that stuff here and why this is different for you than you've ever been before. Okay, and try not to look ahead here. I'm going to, matter of fact, let me bring this up here fast. It makes it easier. Actually, I need both of them. So I can't do that because I want to show the structure here. Okay, anyway, let me hide my little screen, and Roger, let me know if you don't see it or something happens, okay? And
I do see it, and I like it. I do see it, and I like this new little addition to it too. It's good.
Okay, great. And let you know, everybody, too. I've been telling you about having some computer problems. I had them really bad last night. My computer crashed 3 times, and then it wouldn't start up again for a long time. I finally got it fixed. So I hope that doesn't happen here today. So anyway, let's get this going. If that happens, give me some time to get my computer back on, okay? Because you don't want to miss this. It's the first time you're all getting to see this. You're here seeing it live. So this is really good. So this is a 2 right here. So you got 2, then you got 4 and 8. So actually, if you count it yourself, it'd be like a 2x3 matrix, right? So remember, we were talking about the 2x4. It actually comes down like this here. But this is all it takes. 2. So if this was me, I would have my 2. This is where the 2x4 comes from. Okay, this is me. That'd be my 2. That's level 1. Their 2. That's level 2. Their 2, which is level 3, and then their 2, which is level 4. Okay. See, this one didn't quite take it all the way down here. Okay. This shows one leg. That's just one leg right here, and that's the other leg. So it's a 2x4 matrix. So that means 4 levels, and only 2. Each position gets 2 people. That's it. So how many is a 2x4? That's 30 people. 30 people. Okay. Just one of the leaders coming in has a membership of over 100,000 members. 100,000 members. Just one of the leaders. And there's a lot of leaders on here. There's some leaders that have networks. They're in a network of just leaders who can bring in tons of people. Okay, so this is huge, folks. And then you're right here before the pre-launch. Okay, so let me show you where we are in position to the company. So here's the company. Okay, right here where it says you, we'll just call that the company. Or we'll call it admin or whatever you want to. It's the company. Okay, so underneath the company, there are 2 people right there. Okay, now underneath this person right here, that's my position. Okay, that's half our club right there. Under this position here, that's Roger's position of our club. So where are we in compared to the company? We both only have 1 person ahead of us. So as far as the company is concerned, we're on level 2. Okay, that's where we are, and that's why you want to be part of the Crazy Cash Club when we go into this. Okay, or your sponsor, because your sponsor who's part of the Crazy Cash Club, we've already been working with some of our leaders as well, but this is just amazing because being that high up, and like I said, there's people that can bring in over 100,000, or they have access to 100,000. I know 100,000 won't join, we know that, but tens of thousands will. Just think of this, look at it this way. If we had, let's say 10 or 15,000 just to sign up for the whole thing, it would just blow it all away. I mean, being right there at the very top. Okay, that's why you should be excited right now, because you're going to be under this legs or you're going to be under this one here. And what we're going to do is when we give out to Crazy Cash Club, we're going to be doing it on a little rotator. So some will fall here, some will fall here, but it's all going to build up, because I do know here we got some big leaders right there and right there as well. Okay, so it's going to help. It's going to help. You can't see me move my hands, can you? Sorry, but my hands are all over the place. But it's just going to go down and down. And with all these leaders that got pre-placed here, it's going to make it even. It's going to cause more spillover for you that you may not have experienced before. Now you can. Like I said, don't rely on it. Bring people in, because how many is in the 2x4? It's 30. You want your 30 people. Okay, so this is how it works. So actually, like I said, there's going to be there's going to be a ton of products there that you're really going to enjoy the products, right? And if you look here, it costs $100 on the day that we join. A one-time fee of $100. You don't pay again until after you made $133,000. Okay, so what's going to happen is you'll make that payment there. Now there is still a $200 payment. There's a $500 payment and a $2,000 payment for, and you see right here, that shows 100, 205, and 2,000. But even though you only made your one payment of 100, the rest of these payments will come directly from your commissions, and as it pushes you up, and nobody can go over you. No one can jump over you. The commissions will pay it. Extra commissions go into your pocket. And they're working on the payment system where it's like where you can get the cards and stuff like that. They can transfer money for like about 35 cents. That's what they're working on. Transfer money for 35 cents. Unlike PayPal, where you might have, if you had a lot of money, they're going to take a $150 fee or a $200 fee or whatever like that. Not on this place. It costs about 35 cents. So you can't beat that either. But this is how it all works. So I'm going to show it to you, and the chart will show better. But this is the phase 1. So you come in here, and let's say this is you. Okay, you made your $100 payment. Your first 2 people come in. They're going to pay $100 each. So normally that 100 and 100 we go to you. That's $200, but there is a $200 payment. So the first 100 and 100 comes in, goes toward your 200. Okay, then this position here pays out 200, 200, 200, 200. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So out of the $800, it has to make a $500 payment, but you keep the $300. Okay. So the next one is it comes in. You're getting 500, 500, 500, 500. So that's 1,000, 2,000, 3,000, $4,000. So again, 2,000 has to go to pay up to your final one, and then what happens at that point, the other 2,000 goes into your pocket. Okay, so you got another 2,000 right here, and we haven't even got up to, and this is only how many? 2, that's 4, that's 8, 12, 13, but that's only 14 people. Now comes the final row when the 2,000 is paid, right? But it's already been paid off, so it goes into your pocket, okay? So look at this here. This is a group of just 30 people. That's a full matrix. It can build you up 200, 800, 4,000, 3,200. And then once that's full, you move into phase 2. And guess what? The same people follow you into phase 2. Now phase 2 is really exciting, and we'll look at this chart here when we get going in a second. But once you hit phase 2, that's when the big products come and the big money comes. So now you made about 30,000. Okay. So what happens then is you're going to, this is you'll make a $5,000 payment. Again, the 5,000 will come from here, right? Now the 32,000. Remember, all this came through there, so you're going to keep about $27,000 is what you keep, and that buys you into the second phase of the membership and then the big products. Okay, so at this point here, you're right there. So what happens? Those next two people right here, when they follow you in there, they're going to pay 5,000 and 5,000. That's 10,000. So you already made your $5,000 payment, right? When you got into here, that's where your 5,000 came from. So now they make their 5,000, 5,000, and so, but you have to pay 7,500. So the remainder of the 10,000, which is about what, $2,500, goes in your pocket. Now the next payment is going to be 15,000. So you got 30, 30, 30, 30, 75, 75, 75. It's $30,000. 15,000 pays up there. The other 15 goes in your pocket. And then look here, 15, 15, 15, 15. Look at here. This is a 2 by 3 at this point. Only 14 people. And look at there. That brings in $120,000, which goes into your pocket. So let's look at this way here. So, I mean, the same 30 people, the first 14 follow you in here, and that's where you make the huge money. So that's why I'm saying I can see people that first weekend, or actually I should say in 48 hours, because they have to pay within 48 hours. I can see a lot of people doing this here. They're going to be making over the 32,000, and then you have 6 months to do there, but it shouldn't slow down since we're at the top, right? So this is where you should get excited, because you're here at the beginning. You're here at even before the pre-launch. So we're going to be keeping you up to date every week, but around the 24th, that's when you got to get ready for the join. Remember, if they open up on the 24th, you don't have to pay then. You got 30 days after that, right? 30-day pre-launch before you make the payment, and you have to do that within 48 hours. But what you want to do is when we jump into this in about 2 weeks, when we start that, you want to sign up ASAP. Again, what we're going to do is, if you're in the 25-hour legacy with us and you're in structure 2, we're going to invite you in first. Okay? Then if you're in structure 1 but you're not in structure 2, we're going to invite you in second. And then if you're not in either of those, you're just in Crazy Cash Club, then we're going to invite all the Crazy Cash Club in. Of course, you're going to, as your sponsors come in, if they're in that group there, they can invite you because they're going to invite you. So that's why I said, if you get your sponsor who's in Crazy Cash Club, invite you in, do it, because you got to move. It's got to move really, really fast, okay? And it is. It's just going to explode. So let's take a look at the chart here. This kind of breaks it down. Phase 1, phase 2, gross, what you keep, and full totals. So again, you come in, like we said, you come in there. This is you. Oops, excuse me. This is you, and the first 2 people come in, right? So that's what's showing here. So you got phase 1. It's a 2 by 4. So level 1 is 2 people paying $100, just like you did when you joined. You'll pay the 200. They are the 100. So they're paying the 100. 2 people do that. That's $200. You don't get to keep any of it because it puts you forward. It brings you forward. Okay. So totals are 0. Okay, right there. But that's how much a got paid to move you forward. Level 2, you get 4 people paying $200. And see right here, that's $800 right there. You get, remember, that's the one that you have to pay $500 to move forward. So you keep $300, and that shows $300 there, right? Because the other $500 pays you forward. And this is really good. So remember, in other programs, someone can come up and say, here's my 2,000, here's my 500, this is my 200, here's my 100, put me at the top. That's how those other programs work. But not this one. It doesn't do that. It lets your commissions make all these payments for you. So anyone coming in can't get ahead of you because you're here early, and for once you get to stay at an early and high spot. No one's going to take that from you like they can other ones. So that's why I said this is so much different than any other team bills or anything you've seen out there, because they can't skip over you. All right. And that one payment generates the rest of it from commission. So all these people coming in can't pole vault, and they're going to be joining in droves. But guess what? We're all at the top, right? So that's the most important thing. So anyway, we'll go down to the level 3. It's $500, right? That's how much it costs. 8 people, that's $4,000. Well, $2,000 goes to pay you forward to the 2,000 point, right? So that leaves $2,000. You get to keep the $2,000. Then finally, here's the level 4. That's where it's really cool. That's where you get the $2,000 payments, 16 people. And look at this here. It's $32,000 gross, right? Out of the $32,000, we're going to go into phase 2, so it's going to take out $5,000. You get to keep $27,000, and there you are right there. So at this point here, total gross payments was $37,000. You keep $29,300. That's how much you got up to this point. So just under 30 grand, right? But now you're in the phase 2, because that paid that there. So you're in the phase 2. Now, on level 1, the same 2 people that were right here with you are now following you into phase 2. They'll be right there. So again, like I said, no one's jumping over anybody. And that is so exciting that that happened. So you got 5,000 here. 2 people doing that. That's 10,000 gross. But the next payment is 7,500, right? So they're going to take out 7,500. You're going to keep 2,500. There you go, right there. So now you're way over the 30,000 point, right? Then what's going to happen? There's going to be 4 payments of 7,500. That's 30,000 gross. Of course, 15,000 comes out of that to pay your last and final stage at the very top and that completely pays off your membership at that point. And another thing to think about, even though it pays off your membership at this point, that's the total cost of the whole membership of this, to get access to all the products. You get access to them after you pay the $100. You don't have to wait until the $137,000 is paid for full membership, because you're going to get access to all of it from the very first day when you make that one payment, because the rest comes out there. So even if someone comes in 6, 7, 8, 9 months from now, and it takes them longer to get up there, that's okay. At least they got these money-making products that they can use. And there's training and products and all sorts of cool stuff, and you'll see that once we get going there. But they don't have to wait till the whole membership is paid. They don't have to pay monthly payments. Okay, you got to do it here. You got to do it each month. You have to pay this month, or every quarter you have to pay this. No, they just make the one-time $100 payment and get access to all these products. So not only are you guys here at the beginning of the beginning, or not only are you here before the pre-launch, not only will you get the better placements, not only are you going to make the money even faster than anybody else in the history of this program or any other one, in my opinion, especially this program, because you're here right there. Not only that, you get access to all the products, even though you only paid the one-time fee of the 100, and your commission pays the rest of the commission. So you don't even have to worry about it. You got access to the products, and you don't have to pay again until you recycle. Once your membership is paid, then you start over again to help other people. Okay. So anyway, look right here. So you got the 4 here. There's the 30, 15 you get to keep. That pays you forward. Then you're going to get 8 people, last of the 14 people. 8 people paying $15,000. Look at this. That's $120,000. How much you keep? Well, there's no higher level. You keep $120,000. That's right there. So really, what it comes down to total is right here is this is $137,000, right? $137,500 plus your $29,300. You actually made $166,800. $166,800. And I tell you guys, when this starts, it's going to move. And when it moves, it's going to move fast. So you got to stay on top of this because you don't want to lose your position. Look, not everyone in the club came to this webinar. Some of them are watching off the videos. They're going to see that there, right? And but you need to tell them about it. You need to tell people, hey, there's something big coming on, because you want this to happen to you, but you also want this to happen to them. Yeah, it's great to have the $166,800, but once you like to see your friends get that too, right? Or at least get started. What if it starts off and you only had like the 29,300 or maybe just over 30,000 right after the first 48 hours? That would be cool too, right? But I truly believe, I think we're going to see people just blow this whole thing away on that first week. I think it's just going to be crazy. But what's going to happen is you got to join as soon as you are invited. We're going to invite you fast. We're going to bring you in really, really fast, okay? You have to sign up. You'll have to be there to sign up, so you got to get ready for that. So it's going to be around the 24th. Once I get a firm date, I'm going to let you know about it. I want you guys to be ready and on the ball, so when we come for just to get into the pre-launch, that's going to lock your position in. The only thing that's would make you lose your position at that point is if you get to the end of the 30 days and you don't make that $100 payment in 48 hours. So it's important. If you have to save money, put it away. If you have a credit card that has at least 100 on it, save it. That's what you want to do. Get it there. What you're going to be looking for is your own personal leaders, right? You want to bring people in too. So you should start doing a list right now. You should be on Facebook like a lot of people are doing. Say, hey, the team build of the decade is happening, and it's not even in pre-launch. If you want information, contact me now. You've seen this on Facebook. That's what they're talking about. If you notice, there's lots of people out there doing that. I've seen person after person after person talking about this program. You want to do that too. And then when they ask you about it, you ask them, hey, do you think you can bring in at least 2 people? I mean, realistically, if I said bring in 2 people that in the next 40 hours you could bring 2 people in as long as you were able to talk to them and they would join. And they say yes, because they might say, yeah, because I got a group of people. I got 50 in my group. I got 100 in my group. I got 25 in my group, whatever. Well, those are the ones you want to get, because those are going to be the first 2 you want to invite into this here. And a lot of you are in Crazy Cat Club. You already know who they are because you're already their sponsor. That's cool. If you don't have if you haven't sponsored anyone, I would be doing that on the internet. Tell them about the new team build and to contact you. Remember, they can come to these webinars. On the webinar, we do not give out our link for them to join when it comes time for the pre-launch. Like I said, we're going to contact people in Structure 2 of 25-Hour Legacy who's active in there. Then we're going to put people in Structure 1 who's not into 25-Hour Legacy. Then we'll do the rest of Crazy Cat Club, okay? Now, your sponsors and stuff, they get in. If they get in first and give you their link, say, hey, come and sign up. They're your sponsor in Crazy Cat Club. Sign up with them because they already got the link. If you haven't got yours from us, you want to get it from them. But we're going to get it out really fast. And so you're not going to have all this time to say, well, I got a week before I sign up. No, that's not going to happen. When we send out the invites, you better sign up ASAP. And we're going to let people know. On this one here, we're going to say, okay, we're going to send this invite at this time. This is when it's going to start going out. And then you look for it and you sign up, right? And once you sign up, then you can start bringing your people in immediately. So if you're building a list, you already know you got people in Crazy Cat Club, you know that they can bring in. You know who they are. You've got someone that has everybody went in. You got someone that brought in 10 people. Who you want to contact first? You want someone on your left leg and someone on your right leg who can bring in people. If you think it out that way, you're not going to see these holes, because why give to someone who's not going to bring anyone in, who's never brought anyone in, and pass them over and give him the spot when someone else had brought in 10 people. Who do you want there? You want to get it to your best people, to your personal leaders. You don't have any leaders right now? Start going on the internet. Go to Go to Facebook, say, hey, do this, come here, ask me for information. There's a new build, new global team build, not even in pre-launch. It's going to blow away any other team build there ever was. This would be the biggest launch of the decade. If you want information, contact me. Send me a private message, PM me, and I'll get back with you. And when they do, guess what? You can also send them to this webinar, because they'll be, if they join with you, they're going to be part of our group. And remember, we're at the top, right? That's where we're going to start bringing all our people in. You want to get in there first, then you want your best people to get in there next, right? You want to get them on your left and your right, and do that first. And tell them, give them the same advice. Take them to this webinar. The webinar will be at crazycashclubupdates.com, okay? And matter of fact, let me go over here. Where are we at here? So I can change so you can see it again. Okay, here we go. Again, here's crazycashclubupdates.com. If you send them to crazycashclubupdates.com, they can register for the webinar there. Remember, we don't, like I said, on the webinar, we're not going to say, okay, here's the URL, sign up. We're not going to do that. We're going to send invites. Okay, that's what we're going to do for our people. And then say, so they can get in immediately, right? And it's not going to be that much time between the 3 invites. There'll be the Structure 2 people in $20 Legacy who are active. The people who are active in Structure 1 who's not in Structure 2 of $20 Legacy, they'll be next, and then the rest of Crazy Cash Club. So if any of those people get in first and they're your sponsor, they say, hey, here's my URL, come sign up, do it. I mean, jump right in there, do it, right? But we're not even talking days. We're actually probably be talking to maybe a couple hours at the most between our invites. This is too important. You got to get in there. You got to pay attention. If you snooze on this, you're going to lose. You're going to hate yourself. You're going to kick yourself in the head. I promise you. You say, why did I do this? And other people that are paying attention, they're close to it. They're going out there. They're bringing people in right now. They're trying to get their list. They'll be kicking their feet and screaming, yeah. This is so cool, because this is so cool. This is the coolest thing there is. So if you want, like I said, this will be recorded. If you get them there. Now, this says 4 February. Today's the 11th. So once I have it up here, it's going to say 11 February. And you can tell them, if you want to, you can just give them that link directly where it says crazycashclubupdates.com/webinars-Twitter. /webinars-Twitter/. You can copy that link if you want to, just give it to them directly. But it'll be right here. Of course, this is loading up because I got so many videos here. And they can see some of the past ones too, because this has to do with this launch here. But this one has a lot more information. So it'll be the new one. It'll say new. It won't be this picture, but it'll be a new one. And then it's going to everything that we went over today. I mean, you have no other chance. I bet you, for you watch, for the rest of this year, you're never going to have an opportunity like this. You've never been in a program where you found out about it before the pre-launch like this one. This is a true global world build, and you're going to be at the top of this. You're here at the very, 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 very beginning, and you don't want to mess this up. So the 2 important things, when you get your invite, you sign up so fast, it make your head spin. You just get in there, you're signed up. The second thing is when at the end of the 30 days, when it's time for that 48-hour payment due, you better make that payment. I mean, you just got to get it in there, boom, whatever you have to do. If you have to put off going on vacation or something like that, that's what you want to do, because you can go on more vacations once you get this type of money. And I've already been talking with some of the people in our club and everything like that, talking to some of our leaders. And I'll tell you, we really want to celebrate on this one. After this one kicks off, and we'll probably at the end of April, maybe May or June, that time frame, we all want to take a trip out to Vegas. We want to go to Vegas and just celebrate. We might get one big room for one day and do some catering just so we can mingle around and everything. And then the next few days we're just going to stay there. So we'll look about getting some getting reductions on hotel bills and stuff. Not that those of you coming probably won't even need it, but hey, why waste money, right? So we'll go there. Let's see if we get some discounts on the hotels and everything like that, or the hotel rooms at the casinos. And at the casino we'll be staying at, so we'll find out which one there. And we're just going to have one day with the conference room. We're going to just mingle and stuff like that. And then next few days we'll just play and have a good time. You go out. They got shows to see. We got all that wonderful food to go out there, all the different places to go eat. What I would like to do in this one is maybe take the helicopter tour, go over Hoover Dam and all that stuff, because I've never done that before. I think that would be so cool to go out there and just go out there and play, meet each other, have fun, see the faces behind the names, behind the voice, stuff like that. And just have a good time and say, wow, we got at something that took off so fast and we were right there at the right time. This is I just can't get my head around. I'm going to turn it over to Roger for a little bit there, and he can say a few words, and then we're going to let you go because it's already 4:44. But you got to stay on top of this. You got to stay focused. If you're in our Facebook group on Facebook, the VIP Facebook group official page that we have, make sure you're watching that. If I post on there, watch the post. If you see Lewis post on there, watch the post. We got Tony helping and all other people there who are helping. Watch the post. It's very important because when you get your invite, you got to be ready for it. And if you're not coming to these webinars or watching the recorded webinars, you're going to miss it. And if you miss it, you're going to kick yourself. I promise you, you're going to hate life. But if you're there, this is it. This is something I've never been where I am right now with this. You haven't either, because if you were, you would have a whole bunch of money right now, right? This is amazing. So Roger, I'm sorry, turn it back over to you, Roger. Let's have a few words there, and then we'll let everybody go.
Well, thanks, Martin. I know many of you are excited. We already know it. We can feel it. This is really, really cool. I would ask you to please, at this point, don't send in support tickets asking questions about this. We're going to have plenty of full information. There's going to be webinars, many webinars leading up to and during the pre-launch, completely explaining it all. If I can get Martin to bring up that chart again, I want to show you one really cool thing. I think he touched on it, but I want to bring it up again. One of the things about this that's fantastic is, if you look at the chart there in the middle, it forces people to take the next step. It forces people, if you go back to that bottom one, it's easier for me to explain when I look at it, so let's say you hit level 4 and you keep $27,000. You go, whoa, I can pay for my car, I can pay my student debt, I can pay for this, I pay for that, and you think you're going to quit. Well, it forces you into that level, but if you were to walk at that level, the next level, instantly your hole gets filled by somebody who's willing to stick it out. Bam, there's no loss, no hole, no nothing. And this is all done by an escrow account. There's no one, you don't have to go pay your sponsor or go pay these people in exact amounts of money. This is handled for you by an escrow account that does nothing more than this. So there's not going to be any holes. And that's one of my favorite things is nobody can just say, oh, I've made enough, see ya. They do, the hole gets filled. And you'd be crazy to do that anyway, but in case it happens. That's one good thing. And we will be emailing people. I would implore everyone to get a good email address that works. Gmail is recommended. They're the ones that have the best deliverability rate. If you don't get noticed from this because you have something other than Gmail or you didn't get an email about it, didn't follow along, something happened, we can't do anything about it. And as support, person who does support, I've heard there are many, many different excuses of why I couldn't get the money at that exact time. We're giving you plenty of notice. Those excuses will not be heard. If you'll have a whole time to actually see, this is one thing that's phenomenal to me. you'll be able to see how much you're going to make before you pay, which is ridiculous. But it's fantastic. And I don't remember ever seeing that before in my years of marketing. Oh, look, I'm going to make $4,000, or oh, look, I'm going to make $2,000 before I sign. Maybe I'll pay. Yeah, I think you will. So that's pretty exciting stuff. And you don't need only 30 people. Come on, this is absolutely incredible that people are jumping on this like crazy, as you can imagine. And so keep abreast of this. Get your name signed up. A Crazy Cash Club Crazy Cash Club website. Be sure to click the watch this first and get on our list. And try to use a Gmail address if you can. Go over there and create one specifically for this. Would be a good idea. And we just can't. I'm pretty pumped up about it. Like Martin said, many people can't sleep on this at all. So we don't want to keep you too long here on a Saturday. We do appreciate you coming here early. The room filled up really fast. It's fantastic, and we're going to have more notices and emails about future webinars to do with this, along with the Saturday ones as regular. So without, I'm going to go ahead and hand it back over to Martin, or I can keep talking about this forever. Martin?
Thanks, Roger. Yeah, it's that exciting. And so you want to be here next Saturday. Make it part of your routine now. Keep an eye out on Facebook and your email, because if we have some special webinars that come up, we're going to be sending those invites. You want to make those. Those will be really special ones that you definitely want to be in there. But we're going to give you all the information so you know what, when, and where, so you don't miss out. So you're going to have the information. So if you don't make it, you have no one to blame, because we're going to make sure you have it. It's too important to leave the chance there, right? It's just too important to leave the chance. So you got to be on here. Send people back to crazycatclubupdates.com, and once it shows here as 11 February, that's the one you want to click on. And then once they click on that, they can come down here, and this will be the new one for today. This is the first one that you want them to look at and see what's going on. And I think I hit the topics enough, and Roger did enough, that, like you said, this is the very beginning. We showed you where we are in relations to the admin, to the company. That's where we are. We're that close. It's only Roger and I only have one person ahead of us, and that's it. There's the company. So this is your chance to share it here, to be part of the top of this, and to be surrounded at that point by all these other leaders coming in, bringing all their people in, and it's just going to be amazing. So you got to be there. You got to get ready for it. Start like, and even if as long as you're part of Crazy Cash Club, if you want to go out there and build a list, That's fine. You're still part of Crazy Cash Club, and they can sign up with you when the time comes, right? Do that. It's fine. It's great. You want to bring people in, because that's going to help build up that 30 people right away. You want to do that, and other people get it. And like I said, this way, more people will see spillover near the bottom than ever before. Not everyone's going to see spillover, and we know this is going to be so big that most of the people won't. But being this close to the top, a lot of people will. And that's just going to be a first for a lot of people. So you want to help those people out that really can't do it, but just make sure you get your leaders signed up with you first. Do your homework now, so when the time comes, you can say, okay, go sign up here, and tell them the same thing. At this time, I'll be on the phone with you. I'm going to send you an email. Here's the link. You'll be able to do it. When I tell you to, boom, just do it. And so they can get in first with you. You want those leaders, and then they'll do the same thing. They'll get those two people that they said they could get in. Those two people, I hope, do the same thing. And what's going to happen, you're going to cause yourself to succeed. You're going to cause yourself to get the $166,000, right? That's what you want. That's the smart way of team building. And what better way to do it before the pre-launch? Get it ready. And get them ready. When we give you the dates and the times, you give them the dates and the times. You tell them exactly what to look out for, and then they're going to sign up with you, and you're going to succeed. They're going to succeed, and more people in Crazy Cash Club will succeed than ever before. I am excited about Roger. As I've been looking at what you've been typing. You're all excited. Thank you for coming. Enjoy the rest of your Saturday. I hope we did it early enough so it doesn't affect you sleeping tonight. So thank you for coming. Bring your people here. Tell them to watch the webinars and get them excited too. We're going to have the biggest one. Crazy Cats Club will be the true winners. Thank you so much for coming, and we'll see you next Saturday. So bye-bye for now.